Got a question coming in from Michael here. So, yesterday I did my best to verbally illustrate the coverage prowess that was on display by Jabril Peppers in intercepting his one career pass against Ohio State when the ball was tipped right into his lap. Similarly, let's understand that interception leaders are often produced by scheme, by luck, by chance, by a number of things. There are certainly exceptions, great ball hawk guys that do it their entire careers. But that being said, got Michael asking which defensive back will get the most interceptions this season.
I think I will not choose Denzel Burke because I don't expect him to get challenged that much. And that's why it might be Cameron Brown because he's going to be the corner that maybe gets the most throws. I think Josh Proctor is a sneaky guy because he has always been deemed a ball hawk, and we'll see how he does if he's healthy. I haven't seen enough from Tanner McAllister, and he didn't really intercept the ball much at Oklahoma State. But the thing to go to your point, Mark, one of the points I always make is Antoine Winfield won the Thorpe Award without an interception. So there's more to it than just that. Malik Hooker should have won it. Was the greatest individual defensive season I've seen. And maybe Chase Young's 2019 compares with that. But like some guys just have it and are different. Other guys end up with a bunch of interceptions because they're getting thrown at all the time because there are opportunities for offenses to make plays against them.
I'll say I just hope somebody gets an interception because it's been a long way through the desert for this Ohio State defense in terms of getting picks. Who was the last great defensive back they had that had maybe 4 interceptions in a season? Does anybody even – Malik Hooker, is anybody since him? I don't – did Ward have many? Hooker always seemed to get them at times like it's late first half and you're down – 13-3, you're down, and he'd have a pick 6. And now we're going to play football. I think that happened against Michigan where he had a pick 6 like late in the first half, and it was like, okay, it's going to be all right. Just a game-changing – nobody makes game-changing turning plays on this defense. 0. And that was the big problem the last 2 years, I think, last year maybe. Really 2 years they haven't been any good. So – I think I just like to see somebody intercept a pass. Okuda, he didn't have many.
He had 3 in 2019.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Two of them against Nebraska.
Yeah.
One was on his back.
Yeah, one was on his rear end. Yeah, and that was like, oh my God, he finally got his first one. They got 2 in the game, and
yeah, it was Nebraska. It shouldn't even count, but I don't know. I mean, they just haven't had anybody, and it's been a revolving door of coaching in the secondary as well, because you had Hafley and you had Combs, then Hafley, then Combs, and then now the NFL guy Walton. Is he going to teach his guys to go get the football? Are they going to look back for the ball? I think that's part of it. Combs didn't want them looking back for the ball. He wanted them to play the hands or the eyes or God knows what as they catch it over them for a 55-yard freaking gain. And then the other guy, Eliano, he coached great DBs at Cincinnati. Granted, it was the American, but, they still whopped Notre Dame like a drum and beat Indiana. So just, whatever. But I don't know. I want to see it. It's time. Time to get back to intercepting passes.
Shocking that Ohio State hasn't had interceptions when they haven't been able to rush the quarterback. And you have some success there. You're not able to do that. The guy has time to scan the field and lead his guy, or have his guy break off the pattern and find him, or at least just have the wherewithal to dump the ball. So I think that as soon as Ohio State starts getting to the quarterback and creating havoc, you're going to have more success there. As for a player, Tony named all of them, including 17 other players from various eras. So there's nobody left for me to pick at this point unless I were to take a true freshman. So I'll just say yes.
Well, if it continues along the lines that Steve's depicting over the last 5 or 6 years, maybe it's, JTT or it's Sawyer batting passes in the air and they get a couple, and they're going to lead the team with 2 maybe.
Watch out for Jerron Cage.
It's pretty bad when Haskell Garrett is your best best hands guy catching opposing passes. That's pretty bad.
Craig Young led them in interceptions last year with Ronnie Hickman. So, of their 12 interceptions last year, four of them have transferred out. 2 from Craig Young, 1 from Ryan Watts, and another from Bryson Shaw. So they've got some ground to make up.
Craig Young probably had those when the aggregate score was probably 60-5 too. So who knows? They don't get it. They don't get them when they need them, and they don't get them to change a game, and they haven't for years. So I don't know.
Well, and your point, 2016 they had 21. That was a tremendous year. 2014 they had 25 interceptions, and that was a team that made some plays. Well, Darren Lee, I mean, you all remember plays that he made, but that was a defense that made some plays.
Yeah.
And they won a national championship.